everybody, or morning or whenever. Man, I got thumped. Some sort of bug hit me right on my collarbone. That hurt, it did real good. Like, man, I figured this is what you guys have been wanting, probably. I haven't had a chance to ride in realistically like months, like a good chance to ride. The one time I had a chance to ride, I didn't record because I didn't want to. Like, thing is that like if I ride too much for the YouTubes, then I don't want to do it, because then it's more of like work than it is fun, and that's important to me, to keep riding fun. But man, enough about that shit, dude. Let's talk about how moving has been. That's pretty much sucked. I'm still not even really, like, I'm done with moving part, but I'm not done with the house. Which, like, I'll be honest, man, blows. Getting a house set up is not fun. It's expensive. I don't know how much I spent moving, man, but it's a lot. But dude, I've got so much stuff coming up for you guys. I'll go ahead and talk about that now while I'm thinking about it. Good old-fashioned moto blog, right? Ripped a big old fat roller right there first, but yeah, man, with the whole moving thing, let's talk about everything that I've been doing and then everything that I'm gonna do. Oh man, I just right in front of 2 cops, but I'm on a Harley, boy. I don't think they care, man. So obviously for the past probably 3 weeks, I've had to move. And can you get over? Yeah, come on. And it's just not been fun, man. It's been expensive, it's been time consuming, and honestly, I probably wouldn't have been able to do it without my good friend Oslyn. He's a friend of mine that lived in my old neighborhood. He owns a moving company, and I was gonna do this move myself, because I've never paid for anybody to move my shit, right? Like, I've never done that before. And he was telling me, he's like, hey man, I know you're getting ready to move. Listen, this is all I do. I'm a moving company, like I own everything myself. He's like, I'll gladly help you move or do it for you or whatever, man. And I considered it. At first I was like, you know, I've moved 7 times in 8 years. Dude, it gets old. I spent 2 years at my last house, which was the longest I think I've spent at one location in quite some time. So I ended up, like, as far as between the LA trip and having to do all this other shit, I eventually was like, you know, you're right, I think I'm gonna have some help on this one. So at first I just had him move my garage, and he does this all in a Sprinter van, by the way. I didn't think that he'd be able to move my whole house in a Sprinter van. This guy fucking moved my whole house in a Sprinter van. He did the garage in one move, because that's all I wanted. I was like, you know, the garage has just got a bunch of heavy shit and I don't feel like doing it. He's like, bet, I can do that for you. So he does the garage for me. He starts looking at the stuff I have in my house. He's like, dude, I can do this in a day. One trip. I was like, no way. Sure enough, he fucking did. In one little trip, dude, he moved my whole house to the new house. This is his info right here. He does Georgia. Obviously, he's not going to come to California and move your house, but he does all over, like, Atlanta area, you know, west of Atlanta, maybe even east. I don't know, but the worst you can do is ask. I cannot thank him enough for helping me get that done, dude. Like, and extremely reasonable. I think altogether it was like $600 to move my whole fucking house in a Sprinter van. I was like, dude, fuck yeah. I would pay double that to do that again. Are you kidding me? The amount of work it saved me. I got to thinking about how much it would cost to rent a U-Haul, to fill it up, make 1 or 2 trips with just me and my girlfriend or me and a friend. It would have ended up costing close. I was like, man, are you kidding me? Yeah, I would do this again. Every time I would do that again. So thank you, Oslyn, if you watch this. Got everything moved in. I've been just kind of setting up my office, which I'll kind of show you guys real quick. I had some issues with that desk, and I'm just in the process of fixing them right now, so they're not in my office right now, but I'm kind of getting my weird obsession for lights all taken care of. And so yeah, house is moved into, trying to get back in the swing of making videos. I appreciate y'all's patience, only asking where the truck build is every other day instead of every day. It's mighty nice of you. How about that? As for the truck build, I've not had time to record or work on it, but that will take place this Sunday. We will start working on it this Sunday. Hopefully have a video for you guys Monday, somewhere around there. No promises, because obviously can't fucking keep promises like that, but I'll do my best. Probably at latest Tuesday, but hopefully Monday. Oh, dude, look at this old CUDA. That's hard to see. I think it's a CUDA. I could be wrong. I don't know Mopar that well.
I don't know, after looking at it, I think it might be a convertible Oldsmobile, like an old 442. I don't know, dude. You tell me in the comments. Tell me what you think it might be. Radical.
So yeah, Sunday, start the truck build, frame swap, etc. Get that back underway. Also, Justin's car is finally done, I think, with all the work that's been getting done at LS Experts, so that means it's my time for the Camaro to go under the knife. We're doing, I believe, a cam, pulley swap, headers, and intake. Pretty small stuff, I guess, in the grand scheme of things, but should be 650, 700 wheel horsepower. I'd be very happy with that. I gotta start getting that car ready for SEMA soon, man. I got some new wheels on the way, posted through my good buddies at Variant Wheels. They're the ones that did the GTR wheels. Got some dope wheels. I don't want to ruin the surprise yet, but there's not another Camaro out there with these wheels right now. Matter of fact, I don't think there's any car out there with these wheels right now. And of course, there's build time. We basically just kind of settled things recently, so couple weeks for that. And then we got to change the color as well for SEMA, which you guys already know what color it's going. It's got to go ACW blue, baby. Got to go ACW blue for SEMA. I'm gonna be there with my dudes, my boys at Corsa. Shout out to Corsa. And obviously Justin, my main squeeze over at ACW. Shout out to Justin, ACW, Wrap Life, etc. So we got to rewrap that. We got to cam it. And then next on my list of shit I need to do, I've got to work on this bad boy. I haven't really had time to ride or work on this either. I haven't had any time to really work on anything. I enjoyed building the table, and I'd like to do more of that. And you guys will see more of that, of like woodworking and furniture building. So, you know, buckle up for that. But then this thing's got to go under a full rebuild. Not a full rebuild. It's actually going to be pretty simple. I mean, just paint, powder coat, a little bit of body work. I got an idea or two for the body that I want to do. And then shit. But yeah, I got to build this thing up, either do a turbo kit or a supercharger kit on it. Custom paint scheme. I've got a couple ideas. I don't know what I'm going to settle with. Finally, something I'm working on now is getting rid of the H2. I know you guys hate to hear that, but actually a lot of you guys have seemed to be pretty stoked. The reason I'm getting rid of the H2 is because I don't ride it. It's not very fun to ride, believe it or not. You can quote me all day on that. If I was into the whole like drag racing thing, or if I was in the racing scene, I could understand it, but I'm pretty much too wild on that fucking bike for my own comfortability. Like, I get on that bike, I ride it fast, I'm like, okay, cool, that was fun, and then that's it. And then I'm like, cool, I didn't die today, you know, there's always tomorrow. I do want to get rid of that, and that adds me to my last and final point of what I will be replacing it with, which I'm selling the Ram as well, by the way. Since I'll have the dually, I won't need the Ram, but I'm gonna sell the Ram, I'm gonna sell the H2 and pick me up like a 70 to 73 Camaro, like the shark nose front end. Mostly because when I was a kid, that was like my end-all be-all dream car. That was my like car that I was gonna pass down to my kid and be like, hey, fuckface, keep this not crappy, you know? So that's my next in line, that's my next of kin, is a 70 to 73. It's my favorite year of the Camaro. I've wanted one since I was a little baby boy. Plan on eventually doing a full-blown resto mod on the channel, you know, probably like an LS7, and we'll have to get into all those details when I, you know, figure out what car I'm gonna get. I'm branching out a little bit, but I gotta sell the H2 first, and I'm kind of hard-pressed of whether or not I want to put it on the channel for sale, because I know I'm gonna get a bunch of tire kickers. I'm gonna get a bunch of people who are not actually interested in it. They just want to like talk and stuff, which is inevitable with YouTube. Like, even if I were to post on Craigslist privately or whatever, I would still have people find it and shit. So I gotta decide how I want to go about that. But what I will do is I will say here, I'm thinking about asking 1940. It's in excellent condition. There's nothing wrong with it. It's got about 3,000 miles on it. Makes 240 to the wheel plus 100 foot-pounds of torque. That's on a hot summer's day with high humidity too, you know. Thinking about asking about 19 for it. I'd like to get that anyway. Talked to my buddy Ricky Gatson. He's a motorcycle drag racer like specialist. I'm sure you guys know who Ricky Gatson is, but he's pretty hot shit in the racing world. I asked him, I was like, well, about what do they go for? And he's like 20 to 22. So I was like, if I can quick sell mine for 19, I'd be pretty happy with that. Because like the faster I get rid of it, the faster I can uninsure it, and the more it saves me a month. That thing's expensive to insure. And it's not like I don't want a bike to go fast. Once I boost this thing, it'll be dumb fast, you know? I mean, this thing is already absurdly fun, believe it or not. It's actually my favorite bike that I've owned or ever owned, is this V-Rod. It's like the Magna with real power. It's absurd. New Charger's having fun playing around a little bit. Actually, by the way, right now I'm heading down to Smyrna. I gotta go pick some small stuff up in this little shopping center. I mean, I could be an asshole and just split all this, but something tells me there's 5-0 up here, so I'm gonna take it kind of normally. Fortunately, Georgia does not have lane splitting, which, you know, and I don't think any other state besides California and some other state was thinking about legalizing it. I don't fucking know. Let people cut lanes and smoke weed, damn it. I want gay married couples to protect their marijuana plants with guns on motorcycles in the middle of lanes. That's what I fucking want. Do it then for president, guys. I'm bringing it back.
Gentlemen, the President of America!
I want gay married couples to protect their marijuana plants with guns on motorcycles in the middle of lanes. That's what I fucking want. This year it's gonna be me running against Trump and whoever else decides to run. I don't think they've even announced the candidates. Donald isn't ready to go against my campaign skills. That's right, you heard me. We're getting rid of all emissions laws. Drive whatever the fuck you want. Me and this dude are doing the exact same thing. Good God, this is getting old. Hurry up with this. This is real fun, huh? Yeah, super fun. He probably didn't hear a fucking word I said between my bike and his bike. And dude, someone nailed that fucking electrical box. They just ripped every wire out of that thing possible. That's gonna be a minute. Yeah. Okay, me, there's you guys and you guys and you guys. Then you and you. Come on, man, let's go. Sweat balls. Woo! Feels good to be out of that mess. Fortunately, that's the only way I can get home that way. Yes, we meet again. Damn it. I could, like, I could have gone for that. I could have made that. Jamming out to some freaking Ghost Main, man. My buddy Ham, you guys know him. He's got some tickets. It's like Ghost Main and Puya, I believe. Or maybe they weren't the original ones. But there's like Ghost Main, Puya, and Getter. I don't remember who's all doing the tour, but it's a bunch of rappers like that. A bunch of these, like, I love them, but I don't know how to describe them than like sad emo rap. Where it's like dark and heavy, but it's kind of gangster at the same time too. Like, I'm a pretty big Getter fan. Like I like a lot of stuff that Getter does, especially like when he did that song with Pink Guy back in the day, Filthy Frank, before he was, well, no, he was still Joji, but like before Filthy Frank quit to do Joji as like his full-time gig. You know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? I wouldn't mind seeing him, but he's got an extra ticket. I'm thinking about going with him. I'd love to. That shit seems hype. I like Ghost Main's music too. It's just, they're kind of scary looking. Is that like the lamest thing I've ever said in the world? Probably. Gotta zip in here real quick, grab one or two things, and then I get to dip, like back to the house, not do dip. Oh man, speaking of which, I appreciate everyone telling me about my buddy Ryan's, or Upchurch. I appreciate y'all telling me about his shout out to me in his new song, or one of his songs. Upchurch and I have been pretty cool for a little while. We've been talking a good bit, man. He's a cool dude. I had no idea he was doing that though. Like, he didn't tell me about that or anything like that. It was just one day I had a fucking song in with my name in it, which I think is pretty cool. Like, that's pretty much made it, is, you know, like, I got a rap song with my name in it. I'll just yeet myself into this parking spot right here. Feels good in here, actually. I haven't taken a photo of this bike in a little while. It's a good bike, man. Well, that was easy. Got exactly what I needed. Time for me to ball out. I already need a new tire on this thing too, man. I burned through them. Ooh, something smells good like garlic, baby. I fucking love garlic. This shit's in my DNA, man. I'm Italian. That's why I'm so short and greasy. Now, ain't that fucking pretty? Whoa, what the fuck? That was crazy. It just died on me and I saved that shit. By the way, I meant to tell you guys that I'm Spider-Man. I don't know if I told you guys that. Let me tell you what I did, because I'm fucking Spider-Man. I've been doing that a lot lately, you know, where I do epic saves. I mean, my luck's running out soon. That's inevitable. But I guess you guys didn't know that I'm Peter Parker.
Pizza time.
Me and Tom Holland were basically the same person. Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. Hey Tony, I feel fucked up. What's going on, fam? What's up with that? Seriously, like, nobody's acknowledging how cool it is, the fact that I just kept up a 9,000-pound motorcycle as it just like kills itself and slides out, you know, with my scrawny little baby legs. I'm just throwing it out there, man. Tom Cruise rides an H2 in the new Top Gun, and everyone's talking about that. Oh yeah, Mr. 5'7" Tom Cruise. I'm just kidding, Tom, I love you. But seriously though, like, I just kept up a 9 million pound motorcycle in like the middle of a fucking washout turn because the shit died. And everyone's talking about, oh, Tom Cruise is so brave because he's putting his feet down. Yeah, let's not pretend like that bike isn't lowered to fucking back. Tom Cruise is actually shorter than me, by the way. I know, hard to believe. Tom Cruise is 5'7". I am 5'8" and a half. Well, let's talk about how I'm actually Spider-Man, right? Other than that instance, yo, I was building these giant double doors for my office. You guys seen them. Man, put camshaft handles on them. One side for the Camaro, one side for the Corvette. Not bragging or anything like that. I'm just saying it's pretty fucking cool. Anyway, when I was settling everything before I had these sweet bump stops that I built to stop the door from swinging out too far, I knocked the door off the hinge completely. It like lifted up off the hinge and slammed on the floor straight up and then started falling. But not only did it start falling, directly underneath it was like all of my artwork that I have. You know, like the original 1980s Maxell poster of mine that I stole from my dad's and had framed. And like this American flag that someone flew in my honor that Laura had framed for me. You know, just important shit like that was directly underneath where this thing was gonna fall. This, you know, 900-pound door that I just built. It's not really 900 pounds, but I'm exaggerating. I like jump lunge and grab it with one hand and push it up against the wall. Like I was still mid-air when I had it up against the wall and landed in superhero landing, like knees down and everything, like holding this door up like the Hulk, you know. My only question is how come nobody's tweeting about me right now? That's all I want to know, because I'm kind of a big fucking deal. I saved a precious village of paintings. Ah, crap baskets. If Tony Stark was still here today, he'd have come down from the fucking heavens and been like, hey, you're a verified Avenger, big guy. So it'd be me, the nice Hulk, Black Captain America. Hopefully Happy would be there. The Terminator's there. Yeah, by the way, Terminator's now an Avenger. His superpower is not being able to kill children or white ladies named Sarah Connor. Is Hawkeye there? No, because Hawkeye sucks. He's basically like a less cool Batman. I don't care what anybody says. Robert Downey Jr. comes back as himself, takes the place of Iron Man, and nobody notices a fucking difference. We find out that Doctor Strange was gay the whole time. That's new. Turns out that Groot is transgender. The good news about that is that you don't have to change his pronouns. It's still Groot. Fat Thor turns to even fatter Thor. And then Ant-Man uses his powers to become slightly taller than what he is now. So on Tinder, he can say that he's actually 6 foot. Then finally, Goku, Vegeta, and Frieza use the Dragon Balls to bring back Thanos. And for some reason, they're all best friends. No plot required. I guess I don't have a good memory of how Endgame actually ended. Fuck it, I'm going. I don't care. None of this polite bullshit. People don't understand four-way stops for some reason. Very simple. Whoever gets to the line first goes, then it's the next person, then it's the next person, and then the whole thing starts over again. It's not rocket science. You guys are just dumb. I think my favorite part of Endgame is where Shaggy shows up and defeats Thanos with a single punch. Like zoinks! You made me use an ounce of my power. Then he claps him out of existence with his dummy thick butt cheeks. That's what I remember paying $18 to go see 2 weeks after it's been out. Dude, what smells like trash? Am I behind your mixtape? What's going on? So yeah, anyway, the new Spider-Man will now be featuring me. Me and Tom Holland are best friends now. Oh, yeah, one thing I forgot to mention at the beginning of this video, if you've made it this far. While I'm going to be working on the frame swap on the dually, I think 74 Auto is going to go ahead and send me another vehicle to rebuild or start rebuilding. This one won't be to keep like the dually. The dually is my vehicle to keep. That's my vehicle to use. But the next vehicle will be one that I fix up and kind of do just a little bit of customization on, not much, not nearly as much as the dually, and then that will be for sale as well. I think that's what Alan and I agreed on, was a Jeep. I was like, let me know if you come across any new Supras that have been totaled. I just saw a bunch of photos of them. I'm assuming they're using them for the Fast and the Furious movies. I mean, that's with all my knowledge that I have. So I'll have another vehicle to be building on the channel while I'm finishing up the dually. So I'll have 2 series going on at one time, probably. Good, man, because I've been needing to make some videos and stuff. It's been really hard for me to try to like do stuff that isn't work. It's like really nice to see things kind of come together, but I tell you what, man, it's been really hard for me not to like have made videos and shit. I haven't been able to work out or anything. Woo! Hell yeah! Damn, I still smell trash. God. Oh, dude, I'm about to fucking puke. Oh, dude, I might actually puke. I puked a little bit. That smells rank. It's gotta be in that truck in front of us. I'm gonna get around this shit. I'm gonna fucking puke. That's gotta be like dead animals or something. That thing. Oh, that cough hurt my balls. You gotta be kidding me, dude. I ain't got time to hang. Oh, it smells like that diaper. I'm just trying to get around it. My turn's coming. Okay, I'm out of like the wind tunnel. Fresh air. Holy shit, dude, I fucking blew chunks. That is the worst smelling truck I've ever smelled. Holy shit. Dude, my eyes are watering. The wind's blowing behind. Even though the truck's behind me, it's blowing behind me. That was so nasty, dude. I'm like, my eyes are crying so bad from the gagging. That has got to have been like rotting corpse. That has to have been what that is. Just like taking dead animals from one place to another or something, man. I've never smelled anything like that. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching that video. Tune in next time where I hopefully don't vomit. I know some people are like those empathetic vomiters. If they hear somebody vomiting, they can't help themselves but to at least gag. And I hope that happened to some of you guys. I truly do. I hope some of you guys puked because of my video. Because that's what friends are for.